Hello, this is Joe Nicassio with RapidResultsMarketing.com, and today I'm going to talk about how important it is to not be a sales wimp. Don't do it. Don't wimp out when you're dealing with a prospective customer. The first concept I'd like to share is something that I learned from Ari Galper, who has UnlockTheGame.com, and one of the big giant insights that Ari talks about is that in our culture, it is socially acceptable to lie, to be dishonest to somebody who we perceive as a salesperson. Now, I don't like it. You probably don't like it either, but this is a fact. When somebody walks onto the car lot and they talk to the car salesperson, it's socially acceptable to withhold information and to not be fully straight with the salesperson, and it's terrible that it's that way. The key is in our culture, it's not socially acceptable to lie to your friends or your trusted advisors or people that you care about. So the first thing is to do things in such a way that you don't come across as a salesperson, but as somebody who is truly a trusted advisor. What is this whole thing about being a sales wimp? Well, you probably have a very valuable product or service that you offer. I'm assuming that's why you're in business, because you're actually offering something of value to help people. Now, so since you have something that's of value and it helps people, then you need to stand by the value that you offer. Now, since there's things that we sell, there's also the way that society has taught people to buy. There's this thing called the buyer-seller dance, and I want to give credit to Scott Bailey over at Sandler Sales Training. He taught me this concept called Wimp Junction, and I'm just going to, the seed of the idea I'm going to touch on today, but I'd like to encourage you to contact Bailey Marketing to find out more about the President's Club, which is a phenomenal 52-week, once-a-week program to learn some advanced sales stuff. So there's a buyer's way of buying and a seller's way of selling, and you know, if you had a house that you were selling and you said it was 25 cents, there would be some wiseacre that would say 25 cents, that's too much. Because in our society, no matter what price that we divulge to the prospect, it's always too much. And buyers tend to procrastinate. You know, they can't make up their mind. They want lots of freebies. They want pricing and proposals written this way or proposals written that way, and they want literature, and they want to stall, and they come up with objections, and they like the idea that, you know, you call them and they feel like it's okay not to return phone calls, so you end up in voicemail jail. And quite frankly, this way of buying doesn't help the prospect solve any of their problems. They don't end up with what they need. They don't get the help that they want or need. And you know, if you charge too little, or you know, of course, everybody that's buying, their situation's absolutely unique. So they want to change the rules of the game, and the problem with that is they want to change the rules of the game that work. See, so you got the buyer's way of buying, which is all this negotiating and stalls and all that. On the other hand, there's the seller's way to sell, and this is the part where you can't wimp out. You know, like in the case of what I do with my coaching, I have a system that gets great results consistently. So, you know, when you have a program that works, why would you want to change it or why would you want to buy half of a great program? Why wouldn't you want the full program to get the full result and the full outcome? Secondly, my clients are highly valued as, you know, the long-term relationship. You know, when people go through the coaching program, they start making more money, and it's a long-term relationship of mutual respect and mutual gratitude and mutual benefit. And so if people want to just like get the lowest price, for example, then they're really cheating the long-term value of the relationship. Thirdly, my way of selling. I have very clear explanations of what I offer, what's included, what's not included, what my part is, what my part isn't, what the client's part is, and what the client's part isn't. And it's very important that we make it very clear for people how the program works, whatever it is we're selling. Prospects, ultimately, they have a lot of pain. Look, why would you hire a marketing coach? Why would you hire whatever service that you offer? It's because you probably typically solve a problem. And in the case of what I offer, I know that, when sales improve, all kinds of other emotions are healed. When the cash register is ringing, it seems like you can handle all those other problems. So there's the buyer's way of buying and the seller's way of selling. And so the key here is don't wimp out. Do you have enough certainty in your service that the value is there? You see, I've actually gotten to the point where I have so much certainty in the value of the service that I provide that I don't really need to convince people to buy the program. The prospect's job is to convince me that they really want to change, to convince me that they really want to grow their business. Because, there's two kinds of people. Those people that are motivated to grow their business and actually take the action to make the change. And then those people that are in a comfort zone, that they give lip service to change, but, they really won't do what it takes. And those people are not a good fit for the program. What I want to encourage you to do is to establish the value of your program, whatever it is you're selling, to value the long-term relationship and not go for the quick buck. That's a silly thing to do. To have very clear explanations of how you do business and how they should interact with you. And to have plenty of proof that you can deliver what you do. And what I'd like to encourage you not to do is to fall into this game of coming across as a salesperson and just giving away all kinds of free unpaid consulting for no reason at all. I'd like to encourage you not to put up with any stalls or objections or procrastinations. If people are stalling or procrastinating, it's like, come back to me when you're ready. Because I don't have time to waste for those people that are not serious. And, and if people don't return your phone calls, one time, two time, 3 strikes, you're out. If somebody doesn't return your call after 3 strikes, they're clearly not serious, and they're clearly not committed to the value that you have to offer. So don't get in the game of calling back people 10, 15, 20, 30 times when they're not returning your calls. 3 strikes, you're out. I only want to work with those people who want to work with me. Nobody ever wins when you play the buyer dance where they treat you like a salesperson who can be disrespected. As a professional, I offer value, you offer value. As a professional, we're here to help people get outcomes. And there's no room for games. If you want to play, then sign up for the program. Put your name on the dotted line, come up with the payment plan, and get on board. Because I have a program that works. I'll bet you have programs that work. And don't wimp out. If you have a program that truly works, it really isn't your job to convince people to do business with you. It's their job to convince you why you should take them on